after the release of the last living hostages and Palestinian prisoners and detainees, the ceasefire in Gaza is holding today, while questions remain over other key parts of a U.S. plan for the region. The long list of uncertainties include when Hamas will return the bodies of the 24 hostages believed to be dead, and Israel's insistence that a weakened Hamas disarm. The future governance of Gaza is also up in the air. A warning: some of the images in this story may be disturbing for viewers.
We are not going to stop fighting and advocating until every single hostage is returning home.
Israeli families of deceased hostages demanded the return of the bodies of their loved ones today. Yesterday, U.S. President Donald Trump proclaimed the historic dawn of a new Middle East as Israel and Hamas exchanged the last 20 living hostages in Gaza for nearly 2,000 Palestinian detainees and prisoners.
We are a complete family again, and I can say it for the first time in 2 years, and smile truly for the first time in 2 years. Because Omri is here with us, he's standing, he's strong as much as possible, and he's with Lishai and the girls.
Their families spoke about their well-being, some saying the road to recovery is long.
So he's not sharing so much. He's just like throwing here and there some stories. He asked for meat, and when he got this plate with this huge piece of meat, he was excited, and I saw tears in his eyes, and I think that means a lot.
But yesterday, Hamas only handed over 4 coffins of dead hostages, leaving at least 23 presumed dead and 1 unaccounted for still in Gaza.
Yesterday, it was the first time when we actually thought there was hope that we'll get Tal back, because it was obvious from the very beginning the most pressing issue was bringing all the living hostages back, and finally we got all of them back, which means that Tal is next in line, and there's an agreement. And in the agreement it says 48 hostages need to be back, and it didn't happen, and we were very let down yesterday.
Late this afternoon, the Israeli military said the bodies of 4 more deceased hostages were handed to the Red Cross in Gaza. The International Committee of the Red Cross said it'll take time to hand over the remains, calling it a massive challenge given the difficulties of finding bodies amid Gaza's rubble.
I think that there is clearly a risk that will take much more time. What are we telling to the parties is that should be their top priorities. And again, not only when it comes to the human remains of hostages, but other human remains.
Israel plans to have the number of aid trucks allowed into Gaza and limit distribution of assistance into the war-torn territory as it accused Hamas of violating the ceasefire agreement with the slow release of the remains. Bulldozers, some bearing Qatari flags, moved through the streets of Gaza City, clearing debris from roads and neighborhoods as part of a post-ceasefire recovery effort. A UN official says European and Arab nations, Canada and the U.S. appear willing to contribute to the estimated $70 billion needed to rebuild Gaza.
So the estimated damage and rubble throughout the whole of Gaza is in the region of 55 million tons. Another way to put it, apart from the example from Central Park that I mentioned, is also equal to 13 pyramids in Gaza. That is the mountain size of the challenge that needs to be filled. Obviously, a big part of that is now in Gaza City. There has been incredible destruction, and and many houses have been destroyed.
But complex issues still remain. The future governance of Gaza and whether Hamas will disarm remains uncertain.
How long will it take Hamas to disarm, and can you guarantee that is going to happen?
Well, they're going to disarm, and because they said they were going to disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them.
How will you do that?
I don't have to explain that to you. But if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. They know I'm not playing games.
Meanwhile, many online are outraged by a video circulating on social media. It It reportedly shows Hamas fighters shooting 7 men in Gaza City. According to Reuters, a Hamas source confirmed the authenticity of the video, adding that the killings of alleged collaborators were carried out by members of factions including Hamas. The source also said the group would not tolerate any more violations of order in Gaza and would target collaborators, armed looters, and drug dealers.